Okay. Hello, everybody. It's time for lesson 8. So, if you haven't had a chance to do this with me in class, I need you to open up your notebook, turn to the page after lesson 7, and let's call that lesson 8. Now, lesson 8 is very much like lessons 5, 6, and 7 in that we are doing multiplication with multi-digit whole numbers. The difference now is that after we've spent 3 lessons looking at how standard algorithm and area model are the same, we're actually going to forget all of that and we're just going to do standard algorithm today. Okay? Now, I'm going to take 2 examples right from your work. So if you open up your packet to lesson 8, you'll see that problem 1A asks you to do 312 times 149, but they want you to do it in standard algorithm. So we're going to do it old school, just like Grandma used to do. 312 times 149. Now, we're going to start by, well, actually, no. First, let's see, how many partial products should I have? I've got 3 digits on the bottom here, so that means I should have 3 partial products. Let's see if it works out that way. 9 times 312. Well, let's see. 9 ones times 2 ones is going to be 18 ones. And then the 1 for the 18 gets written in the tens place. Okay? Now, 9 times a 1 in the tens place, so that's 9 times 10, isn't it? Which is going to be 90, which is a 9 in the tens place. Now, 9 times 3 hundreds, or 3 in the hundreds place. 9 times 3 is 27. 9 times 300 is going to be 2070. Right? So we put a 7 in the hundreds place, a 2 in the thousands place. And we're done with the 9. Now we need to do, and that's our first partial product right there. Now we're going to multiply the 312 by the 4, or in this case the 4 in the tens place, which is really 40. So 4 tens times 2 is 80. 4 tens times 110 is going to be 4. 4 times 1 is 4. 10 times 10 is 100. So 4 tens times 110 is 400. So we're going to put a 4 in the hundreds place. 4 tens times 300. Well, 4 times 3 is 12. 4 tens times 300 is going to be 12,000. Okay? And we're done with the 4. That's our second partial product. Now we just have to deal with the 1. That's going to go down here and be our third partial product. So, push this a little further away. Here we go. So, 100 times 2. That is 200, isn't it? And then 100 times 10, that's 1,000. So we're going to put a 1 in the thousands place. 100 times 300, that's going to be 30,000, isn't it? So we're going to put a 3 in the 10,000s place. Now we add it up. Let's see. 8, 0, 0 is 8. 9 and 1 is 10, plus 8 is 18. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 3 and 1 is 4. So my total, wait a minute, 8, 9, 7, yes. So my total product is 46,488. That is using standard algorithm to find the product of 312 times 149. Now the other example I want to do for you is actually from this about the middle of the page. This is problem 1E. Okay? And it asked me to find the product of 208 times 606. This is a tricky one. They put those zeros in there to try and confuse us on place value. But as long as we pay attention to place value as we go, we will not get lost. Let's set this up at 208 times 606. Again, I've got three digits in the bottom, so I should have three partial products. The first one is going to be the product of 6 and 208. 208. So 6 times 8 is 48, right? And they're both ones, so 6 ones times 8 ones is 48 ones. I'm going to put 48 in the ones place, but the 4 winds up getting written up here because it's actually going to sit in the tens place, isn't it? Now the next one is 6 times 0 tens. 0 tens. 6 times 0 is 0. 6 times 0 tens is 0 tens. So we're going to have a 0 in the tens place. And then 6 times 200, or 2 in the tens place, is going to be 1200. Right? And that's my first partial product. I'm done with the 6. My next partial product is going to be the product of 208 and 0. So 0 tens times 8 is 0 tens. And you got to have a 0 there for a placeholder, right? So that's 0 ones and 0 tens. 0 tens times 0 tens is 0. 10 times 10 is 100. So 0 tens times 0 tens is 100. 0 hundreds, right? 0 in the hundred place. 0 tens times 200 is going to be 0 thousands. Zeros all across, because zeros destroy everything, don't they? That is my second partial product. Now, my third one is going to be 208 times 6. It would be tempting to just write 1208 under there, because it was 6 times 208 was 1208. But this is not the same. This was 6 ones times 208. This is 6 hundreds times 208. So 600 times 8. Well, 6 times 8 is 48. 600 times 8 would be 4,800. Right? 600 times 0 tens, it's going to be 0, but 10 times 100 is 10,000, so it's going to be 0 10,000s. And 600 times 200, 6 times 2 is 12, 100 times 100 is 100,000, right? So that's going to be 1,200,000. And now I'm going to add them up. 1, 2, 3 partial products, 1, 2, 3 digits. We're good. Now 8, 0 and 0 is 8. 4, 0, 0 and 0 is 4. 2, 0 and 8 is 10. 4, 5, 6. 0, 2, and 1. So the product of 208 and 606 is the ginormous number 1,206,48. That's your answer. Okay? These problems with zeros in them can get confusing. The trick is to just keep with the same pattern you would use if there was anything else, any other number there. And that eventually it will bring you home. If you have any other questions, you know how to get a hold of me, and I look forward to seeing you in class. Thanks, guys.